to make this it's just exactly what it is. It's a simple move, maybe down to 292 ES, 451 NQ. Brings Russell back to 882-ish. Right? And Dow gets back to, 8.4 or something or whatever. I'd have to look closer. So there's the pullback. See, in my opinion, this is almost worth a button push. But, again, we just listened to all that shit that Zero said, and I'm doing, like, fucking opposite of it, right?
Old habits are hard to break, Harvey.
I just needed to get to 446, and I would hit my daily target. See? Shit. I was skeptical about that because, shit. And then I had my risk up at 89, and I was like, oh, fuck, that's pretty deep on the NQ, right? So I was just about to switch the risk to 84 at the top of that pivot, and I should have grabbed it at 81. Grabbed 81 short there, but I didn't. Shit. This is probably on. No, I feel like I'm chasing.
And you're talking about NQ, correct?
Yep. It's all across the board. That's just one of my setups, that it has to work across the board, or I'm not going to do it. It's working on all three are breaking down. All four of them are breaking down right now, right? The reason that they just rejected like that was probably because NQ did a double bottom there, and it's going to slow the whole show. No, see, NQ ticked it. So it's on. I believe it's on.
But are you looking for a line break or something?
Yeah, a little bit. But I mean, if you don't even use the line break, the structure of the pullback is still there. Line break just makes it a little more confident. Like, more important, let's just say. Not confident, a little more important. If you look at the price structure of every single thing, it's all the same. The timeline, it's the same on a 5 seconds, the same as on 30 seconds, same as on a 1 minute, hourly, the whole thing, right? It's all the same. But if you break it all the way back to the smallest form, you'll see it there too. Now, I could be wrong, but I mean...
Okay, so can you tell me what are you looking at?
This is where I would like to take a shot at it, right?
Can you tell me what are you looking at on all of them? I see that they're all reversing, but what are you basing that it's a good reversal? What do you base it on? Price structure or what?
I'm sharing. Yeah, it's price structure. It's absolutely price
Hold
structure.
on, let me see. But are you just looking at line break, or are you looking at bigger picture?
So I'm constantly rolling back and forth, right? So this may not be working right now. Right? This rejection here, that might have fucked the whole thing up, right? Because maybe we needed to break this one now instead. Right? Break down through that. When I look across the board, right? Look, we've got Wick, a wiki woo on a wiki woo on a bigger time frame. This wiki woo will show up on a 2 minute probably, right? This is a wiki woo on, like, say, almost a 5 minute, right? This is a wiki woo here on 15 seconds. But if we roll out of the whole picture, right, I'm looking at this pivot here, and then NQ is making a double top, right?
Okay.
Same thing here. We broke that, though. We broke it. Right? And then they started to reverse. Then they started to reverse. Then ES started to reverse. So either we're going to do it now, early, or we're going to wait for ES to come up and do it here now. on its true high of day. Gonna react. What's the reaction gonna be at the high of day, right? That's what I'm looking at the whole time. This is where I got screwed around, like when I took my loss, right here on NQ.
So you only take one attempt at your idea? You don't try again?
Well, it started running up on me, right? So here it is right here, double top, right? So it came up, made a top. Okay. Oh, lit off, but... This is where I got screwed, because to that top tick,
Mm-hmm.
I think I was short like here. I think I was short right here. Maybe right here. So look. Four, 9, 1. $91. Here, so I was actually way over here more. I don't really have a problem with it. What was right here. I wicked out, and I think I probably went short right here, right in here, because of that. But it was actually a higher, and I should have noticed that. And then when it pushed through, I kind of gave up on it. I was like, oh no. Well, I'll just look right at it then. 46 after. Yeah, it was right in here. I got short. And it pushed up, then it did it, so I was all kind of pissed off, and then I was like, and then it ran off, and I kind of left it. And I should have waited for that 9 break, that 509 break, and then I should have taken it right here. This is a 5 seconds of that. You know, like there was no actual line break for me to take, right? But this is the move I wanted right here. This whole thing, this would have been enough right there to make the day. And then it went up past it, so at that point, then I've already walked away. Plus our time was off. And if you look at all of them, they were all going up at that time as well, right? So I kind of just gave up on it. I kind of actually said to myself, trend day, and I don't know, walked away a bit, maybe because of the frustration of it. But I should have waited for that, and then just caught this little move. And then when it pushed up, ES was really going. I should have been, I don't know, I should have stayed on it longer, I guess. That would have been my mistake. I should have grabbed, I think I did stay, and I missed it, and I was just pissed. So I just kind of walked away at this whole section. I walked away, which looks like that's the bigger part of the move. Yeah, so then if I'm looking at the bigger picture of things, right, like I'm looking at the top, like I'm zoomed out, this is a 3-minute chart, right? We got a high, a lower high, right? And then I'm kind of predicting another lower high, right? So that's why I'm thinking that we're going to get a reversal here. Because we've got a lower, low, low, right? Like it wants to do this right down here, 52, by the looks of this.
Yeah, it feels like it's...
NQ, not kind of the same idea, right? High, high, lower high. So that's a fine spot, right? They take back at least half of this move. This is, if you're wondering where I got that other, it was right here.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that was a good trade.
No, that's this level. That's where I called that off today. All right from that spot. Here. It's gonna be perfect, but it's gonna be just gonna be something that's gonna happen right there. I'm like looking at this. What's gonna happen here? Either we're going to break through it or we're going to get rejected off it, right? And then that's happening across the board all at the same time. So if I can get an ES to do that now at the same time, NQ, and Russell and Dow are already kind of doing it. They're already, the only thing I have a problem with, see how it's already got a top? We're top, higher high, right? Lower high. See the problem? Higher high, Dow. See how it broke it?
Mm-hmm.
So that might be it there. You got to be careful, right? That this could just push in another high. Okay? Well, I want them all to do the same topping pattern. That's the way I'm kind of looking at it.
Yeah, because...
But it wants to stay below that. As long as it stays below that and we get all of them staying below, then we'll be more off to the races than not. You can see that top tick? That was it's not a top tick, it's a double top. It's a triple top, so now it's kind of more concerning.
Yeah, because I see NQ around decent level, but Dow is making new highs. Russell is kind of like in the middle.
It's the pattern. I'm looking at the pattern within. Not about the bigger picture pattern. Because they're completely off base from each other right now, right? Like they're completely off base from each other.
Yeah.
But if you notice, they all kind of reverse to the long side right at the same spot, right? See what I'm trying to get at?
Mm-hmm.
They all did a move upwards same time, right? Although they're all in a different spot in time, in look at all the charts out here, that's where the blur comes in. You won't catch any of this shit. If you look at it from here, you'd be like, oh, what's going on? It's a 1 hour chart. Russell's like flying way up. I don't get why you would want to do this or that or the other, right? There's a daily. Wow, look at it. It's completely out to lunch, right? I'm also wanting to see what's happening at this daily pivot, right, on ES. Either we're going to break through it slightly or we're going to come up shy of it. And that's going to make and break the rest of the month or whatever, next quarter or whatever, right? If we break through that, we're coming through. And if we come down now, we're going to take another shot at it, right? Which I think they want to do. They want to take another stab at it. NQ would be nicely, if it could come back to 900 or something, then we could take off. I think that would be great. And then, Russell and them, they can just go sideways. They can go up and down. They don't move as much as these guys. Like if you look at the chart, the pattern's just not even that good, right? Like it's just like it's really tricky. But if you look, they all did a pivot all around the same time. And look at these highs. That's this high, right? They're all pivoting around the same time. Even though the action isn't the same, the volatility, the action, whatever you want to call it, the pivots are still within each other. Right? Look at how this is getting roadblocked right off the top here. This is a good sign for the short. Right? See how Dow came up, pushed up, didn't want to challenge, like it challenged it, but it didn't break it. That's good. Now we'll wait, like see how it gave us a line break here? Ideally we would, it's kind of too late. I don't know if it's gonna do it, but I'd like to see a line break now, and then we would want to maybe potentially see if it would break that line break. I don't know if it will now, because the next line break would be my line, right? So it would have to be I don't know, it might do it. That might work. And then it's 3 o'clock, so I'm personally running out of time. I only have until 20 after, half past, so I have 30 minutes left. So I don't know if it's going to. We've had a pretty good extension on the day. I don't know if we're even going to get the move that I want, which is even like 1/100th of what Zero wants, right? But it's starting, it's kind of starting. Nobody's writing.
Yeah, for me, when I see that many, like it's banging, like at the, it's almost forming like a resistance. There is absorption of data. Feels to me like what I would like to do is breakout or taptic, wikiwoo, whatever you wanna call it, and then price to come in.
Right, and that's what I mean. And it doesn't have to happen. That doesn't have to happen across the board. One of these can do the top tick.
Yeah, I mean three of them look
which it already has, right?
on.
Russell has already done it.
Yeah, on Russell.
The Dow has already done it, right? So already done. That top tick is done. That's what I'm trying to say. Sometimes it doesn't do the top tick wiki, right? And this is why, because this one already did it for you. We don't need to do it over here in NQ or ES. We don't have to do it. They already did it.
Yeah, but the thing is, Dow didn't move away from it. Like on the Russell, yeah, we got that, and yeah, but it's coming back. So for me,
it's breaking
it's
the top though, right?
Yeah. But see, Dow's all this time it's making like slightly higher. Like look at NQ or ES. It's better defined for me. Like Dow's making every time on each push, it's making new high. So I don't think you could call it like wikiwoo for me on Dow. Because see, every time it pushes up just a little bit higher. So like right now, I would look at this like at 245, this high, 255 around, and now that looks more like a nicer level.
This should start the ball rolling.
Yeah, and then the others can follow also.
Okay, see how it did do, it stopped its climb? This is the top tick now. So watch this break and then watch the so in my opinion right now, NQ is the best trade because we're closest to risk.
Isn't it better to wait for the break and enter on the momentum?
Mike's really quiet.
So Harvey, is that your favorite setup?
It's pretty much the only thing I do.
Okay.
I work from the top down. Take longs. When I take longs, I lose money. Usually. So yeah, I'm looking for
like correlation
reversals
between all of them, like right, like
and then topping reversals. So that's the place. It's the format, and then the place would be up at the top, well, tops and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, that's not good when Russell broke below and came back.
Oh, that's good. That starts the rush, right? Really, this is the pullback to go more short. Right? As long as Russell doesn't get ahead of its, right? There's the pullback. So it's almost, you almost want to take that one as well. You could take that trade right there. Back. But I want everything to come in line with it. Okay, here it comes. With this is scalping, right? So you'd have to be quick to shut it off. This isn't, you know, as great as Zero's entries. These are just scalping entries. Like right now, I'd almost be tempted. I'd shut it off quick.
See, now, if we break out, like NQ already broke out, so if you take that,
It didn't quite though, right? Because it's on the. This it still hasn't broken this.
yeah, but
That's good. The closer we get to that, in my opinion, the better. Right? And if we can get right there like that, and this one doesn't break, then we go like, see, we've already got a pull back on Russell. This could set it all up. Okay, I'm gonna want to make sure that we have everything kind of in way. 92.
But you are trading against the trend and you don't have a sign of a reversal yet, like a momentum push or high volume.
Operator, I can't quite hear you. I don't know if I've got you turned down or what. In my opinion, this is almost worth the risk right here. At least I'm at the right place where they're going to make a decision. NQ could do a top tick here too. I don't know. We don't know.
I mean, for me, it already did. Came back, rejected, and if it goes higher and comes back, then yeah, it's okay trade. But if it continues
There
higher,
goes
then
top tick, they're all timed, right?
so on these setups, Harvey, have you noticed that like one of them will be lagging? Let's say all of them are breaking down, but then Q is still like kind of playing around.
Yeah, they'll do that. Now we're kind of like that's kind of thrown off, and now we're off to the bigger. See what happens here now. ES gets to its top. Let's look at Russell. It's still wanting to do that. Okay? This could just be a top tick on the NQ. Just a top above this, right? It doesn't have to be anything magical. Do we want this pivot? Dow Jones is
Yeah,
kind
I
of
know.
helping.
NQ looks like he wants to push up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't been watching NQ that much, but usually those trades for me, like I've been watching that on ES, so it should go up and come back fairly quickly.
I like that liquidity right there, that grab. Look how it pushed up like that, like for a reversal. It is again. Up tick. Wiki woo right there, right? Now if we can stay below this. 14,500 is a thing, right? We're going to jump over, take a look at Tesla quickly. Take a look at everything quickly, see if there's anybody rotating. Right? Here comes Tesla kind of rotating down, maybe. If you look at it on a bigger picture, they're all kind of doing the top.
Harvey, how much do you pay for stocks on TradingView to have live data?
It's relatively the same as everybody else.
Which is?
I can't remember. I pay in lump for the whole year, right?
Okay. Because on
Yeah,
Sierra I can get it for like $10, but I have it for free on Thinkorswim, so I just use Thinkorswim for that.
I get it for free as well, but at the same time, I pay for it so I can get the other markets trading me. So it's like, yeah, it's like $8 or whatever it is.
Okay. Yeah, ideally I would like to have it on Sierra because it's so much easier for me, but if I get it on Thinkorswim, why pay? So for me, this is kind of confusing because it's like 2 against 2, where Russell wants to break down, and well, maybe the others will
It's
follow.
good. That's what's gonna lead the. That's what's gonna lead them all.
Yeah,
right?
but that's the question: whether they're gonna go lower or ES and NQ are just going for a retest and continue up.
While you wait for the line break, hopefully. The line break should happen maybe right here, right now, on NQ. There it is there on the ES. Should fire. There it is there on the Dow. So
Yeah,
we should have it here.
So see, like I was saying before, NQ's lagging because see what all others are doing. So NQ would be better short right now, right? Since it's lagging.
It's very comfortable because they're all going to do it. So yeah, if we can get a pullback, hopefully to like 99, 97 maybe. See. It is there, already done on the 5-second, right? There's a little bit too much air on the 5-second, but that's fine. I may not take this trade now that I'm looking at this 5-second chart. What's going on with the order flow? It looks thin or something.
Let me see.
Huh. That was the pullback right there.
Yes, it's pretty good. Around 150, over 150, 160, 180. Some levels close to 200. So lately for years it's kind of thick.
Is that what it is? Looks funny to me on a 5-second. We'll see. Yes, I want ES to break that. That would be pretty good. We'll see. I bet you this is short. We're not constantly chasing tops. We're precisely getting the tops. That's the point, right? I feel like I'm chasing. This would have been a good entry right in here. An NQ. I'm just using NQ. You could have used ES. Russell. You could have used Dow Jones. You could have used anything. But this is on now.
But even still, like right now, you can see compared to all of them, NQ is lagging.
Doesn't matter. That's fine. Doesn't the lagging doesn't that's the part that doesn't matter, right?
Why is that?
See, but look at ES already broke.
Yes.
And
so
everything's breaking. So now we have
don't
more
you
time.
think if NQ is lagging, where all of them are like they were doing pretty much the same thing, and NQ is lagging, don't you think it's a better signal? Like you have some time to get in on it and.
Oh, I see what you mean. Like you could still grab it now.
No, not now, but even like a bit earlier, where you were pointing before. What was it?
Yeah,
Like maybe 94.
Yeah, sure. Say that, but I mean, the fact that it's lagging is the one that's making it more dangerous as well, right? Because look, it's going to want to come back up. ES is going to want to test this from the underside. We'll see what happens right here, right? Which is actually going to catapult the MQ higher.
Yeah, but then if you look at Russell and Dow, they already broke and testing it from underneath. So looks stronger to the downside for me. Same with the ES. That's what all of them are doing. While NQ didn't even get.
Out of it.
Well, see, NQ didn't even get in the range yet.
Just the line break on the NQ, so we still might have a chance on this trade, right? It could still come back up and do this, and be fine. I am running out of time though. I have 10 minutes left now. You see what I mean? So I personally I will not probably take this trade. But that's kind of what I'm looking at. Here, look at Microsoft. Look at Tesla, look at all of them. Look at that wick. So, right, let's go back now. I bet you we're going to get a major drop here. We should, I don't know. We should get a major drop because of all this. Maybe not, though. Maybe that was just a liquidity sweep for more higher pricing, but... but I don't know.
I mean, something like that, you're not looking for a 50-point move, right? You're only looking for a scalp.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. This whole thing is not, and the combine helps it, right? Like I only have to get to 56 or 56. See that? That's all I have to get. 137 ticks, and I'm fixed up for the day, and I've hit my daily max. So right now I'm using that as a target. 56, 57. I know it's not the right way to do it, but it's 56, 57. Where's 56?
Are you in a
right
trade,
here.
Harvey?
Oh. Look at it. If we were to get to 56, is that so impossible? No, that's a great looking trade. Right? That's plausible. Like it could happen. I'm not in the trade. No, I didn't take it.
No, because I saw.
Again, you still wouldn't have been stopped out here.
Yeah, looked like P&L was running on the window you showed.
Really?
Yeah, over here.
Oh no, that's a stop loss. That's moving?
Yeah.
It's just the stop loss shifting.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's why I thought you were in trade.
I have it up here, right? That's where that stop is. Right up here, right? Right now it's $480 away. I lose if I entered right now. I would lose $440. If it came all the way up and topped this out, which is actually kind of off right now. Yeah, no, it's right there. It's perfect. Right at the top of the day. Right where I want it.
Yeah, that's not good. Dow is got back in the range, so did ES. Russell still didn't, but and looks like NQ is rejecting the top of the range. So that's not looking good.
So again, like it doesn't have to work. This is the pullback for the NQ you're looking for, right? It makes you feel like you've done something wrong. All the like this pullback method makes me feel wrong all the time. But look, it pushed down, came back, still a liquidity, right? Like that's the entry. Stops here. Looking for it across the board now. And now I'm looking at reversal. Just watching them. They've already done their topping pattern, in a sense, right? Now I'm looking for a reversal. Come all the way up to here, still. Russell has that much more room, right? And it won't affect anybody.
Yeah, the only thing is that Russell, like right now, it's been they've all been doing the same thing, but in the morning Russell was doing its own thing.
Right, so you almost take it off the board, right? Just let it do its thing. But if we zoom out, Russell did the reversal at the same time as everybody else. Russell was just kind of doing it sideways, and then all of a sudden, then it went. Right, if you were to zoom out a bit. Well, that's... Oops. Yeah. You know what? Oh, Russell. No, you're right. It was a little bit off. But if you look, that was like a Russell major level. Look at it. Or no, that was +3.
Yeah, +3.
Perfectly +3. Plus we did the fucking... See how it's doing the wick? The wiki woo there? It did the wiki woo there on a 1 minute.
And now they're all going down. Slightly.
Yeah, like this is more arts and crafts than anything. Like that's what I feel. It's kind of like you have to kind of, you know, I used to call it the blurred-eyed technique, where you squint your eyes and you look at it. It gives, no, it's not. It's funny, but it works. It actually clears the pattern for you. Hey, look at it rip now. Was the pullback, right, for the... And I was looking for that top. Up. Here it is there. Another crack at it, but I missed it again. Anyway, I'm gonna have to sign off. I got stuff I gotta take care of.
All right, good stuff, Harvey.
We'll see where this ends at the end of the day, but I mean, I'm still kind of leaning short, and I would like to get to, ideally, like down to the just around the 50s. 450s would be fine. That'd be fine. But I mean, once it has to clear the 72 or 72 in the NQ, it's going to be another challenging zone, right? But anyway, talk to you guys tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Have a good one.